Well, hi there, everybody. It's the Joe Nerd coming at you from the Joe Nerd's Toy Room, here with a G.I. Joe review. It's not a new figure, as most of you out there will recognize. This is actually from a little while back, from late last year, I believe. But believe it or not, I've just opened this figure. It took me this long to open this version of Cobra Commander. Not because I thought it wasn't a weak figure or anything. It's just, I don't know what it is. It's just with all the figures that were pouring in at the time, I guess that's a good problem. That's a problem that us Joe collectors want, is that there are so many new Joes out there coming out all at once that you don't even have time to open everything. So, but anyway, so this is the Cobra Commander from Wave 5 of Pursuit of Cobra. So you can see the nice packaging art there. I really miss the Pursuit of Cobra packaging. It was really nice. I really especially liked the backdrop behind the figure itself. It was a nice, as you could see the artwork shining through a little bit, but it was mostly like a map. It was like a digital map. And that had to do with the whole Pursuit of Cobra theme, as we remember, like this one was City Strike. So you had City Strike, you had Desert, you had Arctic Threat, I believe it was, and then there was I'm kind of winging this. This is no rehearsals. But anyway, let's just get on to the figure itself. First, let's take a look at the file card. That's something us Joe fans are going to have to do without for the time being while the Retaliation movie line is going on. But anyway, all that said and done, let's take that out and let's look at the man himself. So let's get a little tighter in here. And like I said earlier, my hesitation on opening this figure had absolutely nothing to do with my opinion of the figure. It's a great looking figure, and when I opened it just this morning, I realized, wow, this figure, it truly lives up to its appearance. When you look at it in the bubble, he has a real classic, although he's wearing kind of like a heavy jacket, he still really invokes that classic look. I think it's all due to the head. It's all due to the it is all due, or thanks to, the helmet, the very traditional Cobra Commander helmet, and I'm looking at it through my view screen on my camera. It's really, it's giving off a really nice glare. It's funny that through this view screen, the helmet even has a nice gloss to it, a nice, almost like a reflective nature to it. Impressive. And of course, the really nice face shield. I remember when this figure first was hitting, my buddy, the Madman, and I had each bought a case of Wave 5 from one of our local toy shops here. And he was having a hard time finding a Cobra Commander specimen that had a nice faceplate. There were, and I believe him. I remember too when they hit retail at the Toys R Us and whatever, all the other stores, what have you. I was looking at all of them, and yeah, it was really tough to find one with a nice faceplate with no scratches or scuffs or anything. I don't really know why, but I really lucked out. Much to the Madman didn't say anything, but I'm sure he was getting a little frustrated. But anyway, I really lucked out that time. And as you could see, he's perfect looking. I really like he even has like a little foulard coming out from puffing out of his jacket collar. Very, very Cobra Commander, very regal, very it really speaks to his conceited nature about how he's just so special that he's got to look his best. He's got a nice Cobra sickle on his shoulder there. Even some, it is a truly amazing figure. But I can go on and on and on about it. But you guys have eyes, so you could tell that he's really nice. One thing I wanted to point out is something that you can't really appreciate when he's on card, is even the nice detail going on the back of his jacket. I really like the pattern here. It's very nice. And I even like down here, under the belt, you can see like little buckles, little straps hanging down. It's truly, truly amazing. I think I remember reading, or I must have read somewhere, that initially this mold, I think the jacket and the arms, at least, those two parts of this mold were intended to be an Arctic Cobra Commander, and it really shows. But there's nothing stopping anybody from still treating this as an Arctic Cobra Commander. So I think I've went on and on about the figure itself enough. So let's get on to what really, another thing that this figure shines, the other department this figure really shines in, is the accessory department. So as I usually do, I'll start off with the least impressive ones first, if however I can. I haven't even, as you'll notice, I haven't even cracked all of them out of the bubble yet. So I will do that as this video progresses. So first of all, he has a nice case for some Compound Z element. This, of course, was repurposed from the, it was a comic, it was an animation 4-pack, I believe. I forget exactly which one it was because I don't have all of those animation packs, actually. So this originally was supposed to be one of the 3 elements for the mass device, but now they've just repurposed it as a Compound Z raw element, I suppose. So that's really nice. He even has a little Compound Z canister, and what I really noticed that is really impressive, you have to pry it open. I'll just lightly use my knife here, because if you just slightly pry it open, if you have better fingernails than I do, you can just pry it open and it even splits into 2 pieces. So like you could imagine, like you can just imagine it be inside like it's a core of the hostile Compound Z element. So then you've got, of course, the classic, the staple of a Cobra Commander figure is his classic reproduction of his classic 1982 really odd weapon that I've read it be described as different things. I kind of like to think of it as like a gas emitting weapon, because as you see, it has like a nozzle on the front, on the end of the barrel. That's what I always liked to think of it as. So there's that. So now let's get on to the rest of the accessories here. I'll just cut that little strap, that little twist tie that is. So now he even has a nice cloak. So you can put that on him. I'm not really sure how nice it will look because of the heavy jacket he's wearing. This will be, you know what? Not bad. Yeah, it's not bad, but you could tell that this cloak was kind of thrown in. It wasn't really meant to be included with this figure. Because of the high collar of the jacket, it sits really, really high. That looks a little silly. I don't really think I'll be using that. But you do have the option of using it with another one of your Cobra commanders. And we Joe collectors are not very short on versions of Cobra Commander. I'm sure all of us have more than one Cobra Commander in our collection. And of course we have the standard 25th anniversary style battle stand. And now let's free these other accessories from the tray. Like, this figure comes with almost every... I was thinking about this morning, and I can't think... Well, okay, now I can think of accessories that they didn't include, but he almost comes with almost every accessory that every Cobra Commander figure has come with since 2007, which was the beginning of the 25th line. So he has the saber that originally came with the Resolute Cobra Commander. So you can... let's suit him up with some accessories here. You know, and there are so many options with this guy. He has so many accessory options. You can pretty much outfit him any way you like. And then he has the classic Cobra Commander snake staff. It's cast in a more of a dark, non-metallic gold. It's very unique. So then there's that look. You know, I'm just giving examples. I normally I don't think I would have him holding both of those at the same time, but it's just a little visual example of the options you have. Then he also has this nice little Cobra time bomb. I believe this is a replica of the time bomb that was in the opening sequence of the G.I. Joe animated movie, where Cobra Commander had come down on a claw flight pack and was planting this little thing, this little bomb right, you know, in order to destroy the Statue of Liberty before the Joes intervened, thankfully. And then we're getting down to the end of the accessories. This guy is loaded with accessories. And now this is really nice. This is one of my favorites. It's a nice little Cobra themed dagger with a Cobra snake at the hilt of the handle. This as well. This actually came with the Resolute Cobra Commander, but it was the black version of Cobra Commander that came in the Resolute, it was a Resolute 5-pack that came out quite a few years ago. You know, time really flies. It's amazing how old these things are already. Some of these accessories, it's, yeah, mind-blowing. And lastly, he comes with this little accessory. It's like a little snake baton, a little short baton with a snake wrapped around it. This also is repurposed from, originally this was in one of those DVD animation packs that I mentioned earlier, where the Compound Z case comes from. So they've pretty much thrown in the kitchen sink with this guy, you know. And hey, that's pretty much it for Wave 5. Wave 5, Pursuit of Cobra, Cobra Commander. So, I hope you all enjoyed watching, everybody. And until next time, take care, and I will talk to you all in the very, very near future. Bye for now.